guys, welcome back to No Catch Name. It's me, Ella. I wanted to hop on here and do some crocheting and chatting. I haven't done crochet chats in forever, and I actually really enjoy those because I like to talk. Can you guess? Have you noticed from my videos? But today I'm going to work on my scrap blanket, which is called the Lazy Waves Throw by Look What I Made. It'll be linked below if you want to check it out. It's a really easy pattern. And let's see here. Where did I end off at? Here. I've got one of my scrap buckets here that I'm going to be pulling from. I have another one of these and then a little tote full of scrap balls. So I'm just trying to work through them. I'm actually going to probably dump this out a little bit so it's easier for me to grab colors. And I'm going to sit here and crochet and chat. When I work on a scrap afghan like this one, I'm getting my yarn bowl that's full of stuff. I don't color control it, but I do try not to put a bunch of dark colors in a row and a bunch of light colors in a row. And then I also I don't want each row to be a solid row, you know what I mean? So, because some of them aren't solid rows. Let's try to find one. Some of them have a color change in them. Like right here, in the middle of the row, there's a color change. Take that stitch marker off real quick. So I don't want like all these to be one strip. So if one of my scrap balls is going a little long, I will cut it and then I'll just add it back on later. But anyways, let's get into it. So I just attached a tan color. One of the things, I mean, obviously it's almost New Year's. Today is the 26th that I'm recording this of December, but it's probably not going to be the 26th when you see it. One of the things that I want to chat about is the New Year. So New Year's is coming up. I know New Year's is kind of 50-50 for some people. Some people like making goals and intentions. Some people don't. Some people just see it as another day. I am one of the people who like to see it as a new beginning. So I like to think of it as a new beginning, you know. This is Clean Slate 2025. This will be mine and Devin's 12th year. We're going into our 12th year of being together, which is crazy to think about that. Jessie will be turning 9 this year. June will be turning 3 in a month from today, actually, the 26th. Her birthday is January 26th. So she will be 3 years old, which is crazy. I can't believe that. I will be turning 35 in May, which is also crazy. I can't believe that. I don't feel 35 at all. I still feel like I'm like a teenager. I still feel like I need my mom's permission to do most things. But, so, everybody, some people like to think of a word, you know, for the new year. My word for the last few years have been intention, or intentional. I really like that word, so I just kind of stuck with it. Because I want to, I guess I should say, learn to be more intentional with every aspect of my life. I want to be more intentional with my money and with my time and with the choices I make. You know, I want them to amount to something, not just be random. And so this year I actually decided I'm going to have 2 words. I think I can have as many words as I want to have. So I'm going to keep intentional, and I'm also going to add onto it purposeful. I said that weird. Purposeful. Because intentional means you do something, you know, deliberately. And purposeful, I'll pop up the definitions to be exactly quoted because I can't remember off the top of my head. But purposeful is like to do something determined. So I do want to be intentional with everything, but I want to be determinedly intentional. Purposely intentional. I want to have goals. I want to achieve goals that will help my family in the long run. So that's financial goals and health goals right there. I want some really strong family goals. We got some things planned to be in Devon. Because we like having a strong family unit, and I want to keep it that way. I want to make it stronger this year. And those are just the 2 words that I've decided to pick this year. Because I want to make sure that everything we're doing is for the good of our family here. And that consists of the 4 of us that live here. Because I always believe that the family you make is more important than the family you came from. And that's not to say that I don't care about my extended families, because obviously I do. It's just in this part of my life that I'm at right now, I have to focus on me, my husband, and my children over anything else. I don't want to get twisted up into everybody else's dramas and problems. And the way people like me tend to do, I don't know if, I don't like saying I'm an empath, because, you know, that became like a popular thing for people to say, just to be saying it, but I am a very emotional person, and I am a very caring person, and I do feel the need to like help people when I can, but I'm the kind of person who helps people to a fault. I've helped people before where it ended up hurting us, and that's something that I don't want to carry over in 2025. You'll learn how to say no, and, you know, not right now to people. And I don't mean that always, you know, it's not always like a financial type thing. Although I have given people money before that I probably shouldn't have. But I also mean like in my time. And taking time and my energies away from my family and sending it to someone else. Which is a good thing, but not in the long run, you know. And if you do it repetitively, it could hurt your home unit, which is the most important unit you have. They're the ones who's always there no matter what, you know. So this year, 2025, this coming year, I guess I should say, that's the type of things I want to focus on, is just bringing more in to our home here, more time and more determination and more money, of course, too, and more investing more into my kids. I know I already do that a lot, but I want to invest more time into them. I want us to do more family outings and stuff, and make it a bigger priority to take them to parks and things. We do pretty well at that, but I want to do it even more, because childhood is so short, and it won't be long at all before they're grown people out in the world doing their own things, which is terrifying. So I want to make sure that I can give them as happy a childhood as I can, and give them and us as many memories as possible, before they have to grow up and worry about grown-up things, you know. I want them to have a fun childhood. So that's one of my major goals every year, is to just invest a lot into our children. And the same thing for mine and Devin's relationship. We've always had a very strong relationship, and I've always appreciated that. It's, you know, it started off very quickly, and it's been going ever since. It's been almost 12 years. We're going on 12 years. And let's see, 2025 will be our 6th wedding anniversary, and our 12th year together. And yeah, I just want to keep trying to keep those relationships happy and upbeat. Another things that I want to work on, other like less family related things. I guess, you know, the family's always related, but I want to work on cooking more from scratch, and less, like, you know, processed foods. It's kind of hard to do here in America, though. Almost everything's processed one way or another. I want to definitely get better at drinking more water. I'm pretty good at drinking water. It's just I want to get better at drinking more water. And movement is always an issue of mine, especially because I crochet and sew and stuff. It's a lot of sitting down. I need to get better at moving. Mine triple, yeah. So gotta get that in there. I want to cut screen time down for the kids. In retrospect, you know, retrospect is always 2020. I wish I had never allowed them screen time. But I think I'm just going to lower it down a lot, and then maybe eventually get rid of it. I don't know. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I've realized that it's not benefiting them at all. But, yeah, so what else? What else is goals this year? What else is things I want to do in 2025? Obviously, I always have financial ones. We do have, you know, every year we get some bills that we got to pay off. Usually medical related things or dental. So I want to get those paid off. I'd like to get to where we have a really good emergency fund. And I would love to get to where we're like a month or two ahead on bills. Because that way, if anything did happen, we wouldn't have to worry about it quite right away, you know. But those are probably more extended goals. That one because that would take a while for us to ever be able to have that much money just on hand. We've talked about, me and Devin, we've been talking about how, you know, things we want to stop spending money on. And actually in January we're going to do a no spend month, which is where you obviously, you know, you pay your bills, you buy your groceries and things, gas and things like that, but you don't spend any money outside of that. There's only one exception in January, and that is my daughter's birthday. But I am going to, we already got her birthday present. We bought it back in the fall. So, all I need is, I gotta get cake and a couple of, you know, like plates and things like that for the birthday. So I already wrote down that it's gonna be like a $20 budget, 20 or under, you know. The cap is 20, no more than 20 for that, and that's gonna come out of the grocery budget that week. So that'll give me even more determination to keep it low. And so we're gonna do that in January and see how that goes. If that goes good, then we might carry it over in February. And then the only thing in February that I have written down that we will spend money on outside of the regular things is Valentine's Day, because I do want to get a bag of candy for the kids' countdown calendar. It's like an advent, but it's only 14 days. And then we always get them little Valentine's hearts with candy in it. And again, that is a $20 cap as well. Already got that planned out. And then past February, the next time we would have to spend money is April, which would be mine and Devin's anniversary. And then May is a heavy month because it's Jesse's birthday, my birthday, Mother's Day are all in the same week usually. But we'll assess that stuff when we get closer. We're focused on January right now. So we just want to, and when you do a no spend month, you don't just save that money for February and then spend it February. What we're doing with it is we're putting it straight into our savings account. Anything left over from the grocery budget is going into savings. Any overtime Devin gets is going into savings. Any extra money that I make via YouTube or Etsy, or if I sell any, I don't remember, I'm not planning on having a market, but you know, if I make like a PayPal sale or something, all that will be going into the savings. Because one thing I told Devin that we need to focus on in 2025 is savings, putting money away, because we're going to need it eventually. So we got to get better at adding to it. And that way if anything does come up, at least we have a little cushion, you know. Yeah, so that is some of my intentions, goals, whatever you want to call them, for 2025. I'm going to sit down and do an actual sit down video of my crochet related ones and crafting. Not just crochet, but you know, sewing and craft markets and all that kind of stuff all together. And I thought it'd be fun to do a crochet market like yearly recap. I think I did 7 markets this past year, 2024. So that'd be fun to sit down and like recap total profits from that, and items sold and stuff, the amount. So I might sit down and do that. I don't know. I just have to wait and see if I get a chance to do it. How much more of this do I got left? I think I'm gonna cut this brown off, this tan off, and add a different color. So here's a little scrap ball. I'll do this. This is a little speckled yarn. This is one from Jen. I think I got this from her last year, or maybe Halloween. So I'm gonna just switch to color real quick. I leave really long tails, so it's easier for me to weave them in. I see some people on videos leave the littlest, tiniest tails, and I'm like, what do you even do with those? I always leave a long one so I can weave it in really good. Alright. So if you would like to, in the comments, you could leave some things maybe you're planning. Don't do the crochet ones yet, like crafty ones. Save those for the craft video. But tell me, like, with your family or your finances, if you're comfortable sharing that. Your health, maybe. Because I do have health goals too. I want to get back into exercising and eating a little bit better. And I want to try to lose some weight again. I haven't lost weight since 2020 when all that drama happened. So I'd like to just focus on that part of my life a little bit more in 2025. Now that June's a little bit older, I think it'd be easier. So I want to try to get a what are they called? Walking pad. They're like little tiny treadmills that you can like fold away, you know. I want to try to get one of those. Just so that I can, you know, walk when we can't get out of the house. Our apartment is not in the best place, and the yard here is just full of sunlight. So when we do go out there, we can't stay out there forever because I'm really afraid the kids are going to get burnt up or something. There's no trees or anything. There used to be trees, but they cut them all down. I guess for liability reasons. And when Devin's at work, you know, I can't just get out with the kids. Our street doesn't have a sidewalk, so we can't safely walk anywhere. So even though we are planning on doing more things on the weekends, I want to be able to do stuff, you know, during the week too. So that's why I want one of those little walking pads. They're really not that expensive. The ones I've been like looking at on Amazon are like $100, little, you know, between $100 and $200. So I might try to get one of those at some point. I don't know when though. But if you want to share any of your goals or your word, do you have a word yet? Are you the kind of people who just, you know, pick out a word? I like it, and I always try to put it somewhere where I'm at a lot. Like I'll probably hang it in here, and I usually put it in the kitchen because we have a marker board there where we write like bills and stuff down, grocery list, things like that. I like to put it on places like that, just so I see it and it just reminds me, you know, randomly that that's what I want to focus on. I'm definitely a visual type person, so having stuff like that around helps motivate me. So I'm going to be working more on my goals and stuff for that other video. I'm going to write them all down and have it, you know, better, so I can say it better without randomly thinking of it. And I probably will start doing some health related videos, but they will all be labeled. So if you want to watch just the crochet videos, you can just click on the crochet videos, watch them, and go on with your day. All the other videos will all be labeled as what they are, so that you can decide before even clicking on it if you want to watch it or not. And my channel has always been No Catchy Name Crochet in Life, so I'm going to start doing the in life part too. I would like to design some more crochet patterns in 2025 to make tutorials, but I don't know how that's going to go. The beginning of 2025 is going to be really busy for me because I'm going to be potty trained in June. Jesse will be finishing up the 3rd grade. I'm going to have a little nephew that I'm going to be babysitting a lot. And then just all of us getting used to the budget changes and stuff around here. So it's going to be a really busy month or 2 or 3. So, I don't know. The rest of it will come as it comes, I guess. Alright. Finish this row. I'm going to go ahead and cut this blue yarn off. There's only a little tiny bit left, but I will save it. I've been putting even little tiny scraps like that in my blanket. That's like enough for 2 or 3 stitches. But, yeah. So I did a whole row. I added this blue speckled yarn. I don't know if you could tell it's speckled. And this tan taupe color. I need to put my stitch marker real quick on the end of this pink where I started at, so I can show you guys next week how much I did. Hopefully it'll be a good little amount. But anyways, I just wanted to come on here and crochet a little bit and chat with you guys. If you want to check out this pattern, I'll leave it linked below. It's super easy. It's just a stitch repeat over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I am making it with a 5mm hook, which is an H hook, and just worsted weight scraps. And it's coming along. I think it's looking pretty cool. I love scrap blankets. But anyways, if you have any comments or anything, leave them down below. I'd love to check them out. I love chatting with you guys. If you want to send me a big long message, you can email me. It's always linked below. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm going to go and hop off here for now. And I'm going to pick up all these scrap balls that I dumped out on my table. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye guys.